Okay, so as an underlying energy, we have the Two of Pentacles now. The Two of Pentacles, it's a card that's to do what? Have a look at him. He's up on one leg. He's juggling these pentacles. That takes a lot of focus, a lot of effort. This is about keeping the balance. Now, Pentacles is your energy. It's earth energy. It's to do with anything that's practical in our lives, like money, finances, the day-to-day routine that we have, our houses. You know, it's Pentacles are all to do with those kind of practical things that we have. All of us have them in our lives. But the thing is, if you look at this guy, he's juggling these two pentacles. He's up on one leg. Like, he's totally focused on what he's doing. That says to me that you're putting in a lot of effort at the moment to maintain the balance. Now, this, with the Two of Pentacles, this is like trying to keep the balance for day-to-day stuff. Just like making sure the accounts are balanced, making sure the shopping's in, making sure, you know, work's done properly. Like, it's all that kind of stuff. Now, if you're so focused on that, you cannot see what's going on around you. And indeed, this guy can't. Look at the rough sea behind him. There's ships coming in. He doesn't see. He's too focused on what he's doing. And it's not easy. He's on rocks. He's not even on steady ground. So at the moment, it's like you're really struggling to maintain balance. That's what this card's saying, really struggling. But you're going to have to put something down. This is what the Two Pentacles says, that there's going to have to be something that you put down. He's going to have to put down one of these pentacles and then turn around and look what's behind him. This sea represents emotions. So while you're focusing on the practical, what are you ignoring? Like, what are you feeling? Sometimes this card comes up when there's something going on in our emotions and we don't want to look at it. That's not a bad thing. Sometimes that's the only way that we can, you know, move forward. That's the only way we can get things done, is by ignoring what's going on emotionally. Like, if we're angry or upset, or, you know, it's like, well, I still have to go to work and I still have to do this. So you still have to do that. But at some point, he's going to have to put down one of those pentacles and turn around and see what's going on behind him. And maybe the reason that you're having to focus on the practicals so much is because you have the Five of Pentacles at the heart of your reading. Now, this is the poverty card. It can be financial poverty. It can, well, you guys are Taurus, so, you know, and this could be emotional poverty. But this is when we feel left out in the cold, when things are a struggle. We're not getting the support, the stability, the security that we want. This is the card of lack, of feeling like we don't have enough. So maybe that's why you're busy juggling the pentacles, because, you know, you're trying to get out of this. You're really struggling at the moment. Now, this can be that you feel like you don't have support. You're having to do everything yourself. You're having to maintain the balance yourself. But what I always say with this card is there's not one person out there by themselves. There's another person with them. Now, this can indicate sometimes when someone leaves us out in the cold, or, you know, we can leave someone else out in the cold. There's usually help available, but we don't always want it. That's the thing here. So, it's a general reading, so the energies play out on a spectrum. So, you know, for some of you, this is going to be financial. For some of you, this is going to be emotional. But some of you don't realize that there's help available, and you'll take it if you knew it was there. For others of you, you've seen that help. You're like, I don't want it. I'd rather do it on my own. Like, I've been doing this for so long. I've been struggling. I'm just going to carry on doing it. Now, is that because of this? Like, you know, this is the Four of Cups coming up as a past energy. And the Four of Cups, it's a kind of feeling stuck. It's apathy. It's when we have options, you know, we can have options, but they just feel like more of the same, like nothing that we're really interested in. So now with these two coming up, if this is a message that relates to your romantic life, this could be that, you know, you made an offer of love to someone, or someone made that offer to you. Because remember, the energies play both ways. If there's someone that's very kind of central to your story right now, this could relate to them. So someone made an offer to someone, could be, and the other person rejected it because this person doesn't accept the offer. It's on the table. They don't even say no some of the time. They just look at it and think, I don't know if I want this. So someone could be thinking about it. So someone's feeling left out in the cold. Now, if it's to do with work, this could be that you're not getting the job offer that you want, or, you know, you're not making the progress that you want at work. The thing that I will say about the Four of Cups is that he's looking at these three. Well, they're around him, yeah? Look at them, mundane, normal. They all look the same. So it's more of the same, and that's all he can see. And he's dejected, and he's looking down, and he's like, you know, I don't want any of this. But he doesn't see this. He doesn't see this beautiful, glowing cup that's being handed to him. Now, this cup to me always represents the Ace of Cups. And the Ace of Cups, it's a new beginning, a new love. a new emotional cycle that begins, a new chance at happiness. Now, a lot of the time, he's focused on these because he doesn't think this will ever happen, but it's there, it's coming in. So there is an offer here that's worth considering. Sometimes when this card comes up, maybe if someone's made us an offer, we just think it's not all that, but it is. It is a chance at happiness. It can be a second chance at happiness. But, you know, there is a chance at happiness here. We just don't realize it. However, the energy changes for the present. We have the Eight of Pentacles coming up here. So I like this. I love this card. Now, if there's been this kind of thing of lack of, you know, I don't have a job or not earning as much as I want to, that can change with this. Now, the Eight of Pentacles can show learning something new, working hard at something. This is the apprenticeship card, and the apprenticeship, it's there because you're trying to gain mastery in something. It's an 8, so you're almost at the end of the cycle. This guy, he's making these pentacles and he works away diligently. It's something that you put effort into and you don't mind putting effort into it. Very, very, very different energy from this Four of Cups that's coming up here. Very different. This guy can't be bothered. He's like, just, oh God, this is more of the same. But this guy can. Like, he's like, yes, I can see where this is going. And it may not be the most exciting work. Like, he's making the same pentacle again and again and again. But it's the end. He knows what it's like you know, there's an end in sight. He knows what he's working towards. He knows what he gains from doing this. So, you know, it feels like something shifts, and that could be the second half of October. If you've been feeling stuck, if you felt like you don't have enough and, you know, there's been this lack and you've been kind of really struggling to keep the balance, because look at these two. I'm going to say this for some of you. This is coming through for some of you. Not very many of you, but it's coming through some of you. You've been trying to avoid something by focusing on work, by focusing on the practical things. Nothing wrong with that. We all do it sometimes. And I don't actually see you getting stuck there because of the card that comes up in the future. But, you know, be aware of it. Be aware that you're doing that. And there might be other things going on that you're not looking at while you're... And I mean... I'd maybe be a little bit harsher with you and say, look, don't do that. Like, get your head out of work. But you have this, so I understand. There's a lack here. At least you're doing something about it. And you're out of this. I mean, with that Eight of Pentacles, at least you're not stuck anymore. You're not feeling that stuck. But so with this, you are working towards something. This is not the actual thing that you want to work on. So if it's a relationship that you're trying to fix, you're now putting in effort to fix it. This could be like work that we do on ourselves, right? I think for some of you, even if this is not work, this is the day-to-day stuff. You know, you're focusing on getting your life in order. You're focusing on just practical stuff. Some of you might be doing little things around the house, or, you know, it's that kind of thing, starting a new regime or doing something to do with your practical life. But, you know, it's tough. It's tough. It's not easy, because this guy you might make it look easy, but it's not easy what you're going through right now. But I like it because you put in the effort. It feels like you've put in the effort. Where does that lead? It leads to the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands, it's a new beginning. And it's a new beginning that gets us excited. This is not this guy that's... Oh gosh, can't pick it up. This is not this guy. This is not this guy who can't be bothered. This is excitement, enthusiasm, passion, creativity. Some of you could be starting a new project. Some of you could be getting into a new relationship that, you know, is a bit hot and heavy as soon as you get started in it. There's a lot of passion here. It's also the opposite of this. Those people are out struggling. So, I mean, if you're in a couple, let's try to go through a few scenarios. If you've been in a situation in a relationship where you've kind of been struggling with your partner, there's new opportunities coming in. That's what the Ace of Wands indicates. Could be a new job for someone. Could be a new spark within the relationship. Like, you know, the second chance at that relationship. Now, for others of you, it's going to work. Obviously, it plays out differently for everyone. But if it's romantic and there's been an offer on the table and someone's not accepted it, or someone rejected someone with that Five of Pentacles. I don't like that Five of Pentacles, Four of Cups combination, because that someone's made an offer, someone's not accepted it, or someone's rejected someone. There's that sense there. But, you know, you guys are working hard to maintain your own stability. You're very grounded. So I like that. But with the Ace of Wands coming up, now this could be a new spark. So either within that, it could be that, you know, that person that the offer was made to, who made the offer, there's a new spark there. There's something that begins there. Or this can be with someone else. Now, the reason I say with someone else is this is the advice card. We have the Queen of Cups here. Now, the Queen of Cups, she's loving, she's caring, she's nurturing. This may be your energy. This may be the energy of someone you're dealing with. If it's someone you're dealing with, they may be a water sign, which would be Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. But as I always say, those placements can be anywhere. The cards don't actually own any of the signs. That's what I think a lot of people fail to understand. The cards don't own the signs. The signs, they lend some of the characteristics, like, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio in this case. They lend their emotional characteristics because they govern the emotions. That's what cups are, water signs. Now, the thing with the Queen of Cups is she's also very intuitive, very sensitive. She's lovely. I mean, to get into a relationship, she's very nurturing, very caring. But the thing with her is she's a queen. I don't usually see them initiating anything. I see them reacting. I see the kings as they begin things. And the queens are more, they react. They see so she's going to see what you have to give her. Then she'll offer a cup. So if this is your energy, you're waiting to see what comes at you. I think for some of you, there's been some kind of an offer made. Like someone didn't even realize there was an offer made. And that might be why, there's this kind of, oh God, I don't want to look at that. I'm distracted. Like someone could have been too busy working or too busy focused on the practical, and there's an offer made to them. They didn't even notice. That changes. The Ace of Wands changes that. That's new fire energy coming in. Wands are all about our, passions. It's the energy that we put out into the world. So for some of you, you'll have to let me know. But I think for some of you, there was an offer made. Like either you made it and you might have thought that you were very clear in the offer that you made. But I don't think the other person got it. They seem to get it now because that's what leads to this. It's that sense of, is that what you meant? I thought we were just talking in general that we were going to do that. And you're like, no, I was actually asking you out for coffee. Or, there can be that sense. Or someone that you thought wasn't interested in you, because don't forget, in this card, and it's seen as a very negative card, it is stuck, it is apathy. But we forget that there is a fourth cup coming in here. And that fourth cup is something that we don't think we'll ever get. We don't think will ever come to us, but it does come to us. Especially with this. With this card coming up in the future, which I love this card. This is energy, this is fire, this is passion. I guess the advice that I would give you with the Queen of Cups is either be like, I think it will happen. It's not even that I have to tell you that. I mean, that's the advice from the cards, but either someone like this is going to come in who's offering their cup of love to you because they finally get that an offer was made, or, they're ready to act on it now. You suddenly, you do what you needed to do for work. If you've not been interacting with someone, and I'm doing this all romantically, I just realized that. But yeah, if you've been too focused on work or sorting out the practical things, then yeah, that shifts for you. Now, if this is to do with work, this is something that makes you very happy. If this is your energy, suddenly you feel very happy. You feel very, like you're in your kind of element. That's what I get with this, that, someone who's very relaxed, someone who feels at home in their job, they feel happy now. They're satisfied at an emotional level. If this has been doing like grunt work to get something off the ground, like this can be, especially with that Two of Pentacles there, a business, a project, something at work you've been trying to get off the ground. It happens. It happens with the Queen of Cups. I always see the crowning energy is happening before the future. It's the advice to get you to the future. So be more emotionally open. Don't be afraid to show your emotions. That's the thing with her. She shows her emotions. And I get it. Like, I'm an Aquarius sun, so I'm a fixed sign as well. We can be kind of stubborn, right? That's not our fault. We are fixed. That's what we bring to the party. We bring stability. That's the thing with fixed signs. Fixed signs bring great stability, but they can also be stubborn, and not always kind of see things in other people's way. But there seems to be a shift. With all this Pentacles energy that comes in, which is your energy. So it's like you're fighting to ground yourself. That's what I'm getting here. It's like a battle to be grounded, to be that stable energy that you're known for, Taurus. That changes because with this excitement that comes in, this passion, now you can look at your passions. When we're fighting so hard to be grounded, it's like we're trying to root the energy, right? We're digging down, we're trying to make sure our energy is rooted. So we can't really put out energy into the world because we're fighting so hard to keep ourselves grounded so we don't go adrift. You can do that. The fact that the Ace of Wands comes in and a new cycle begins here, it shows that now there's a switch in the energy. Now you can put your energy out. You can express. If you've got creative gifts, if there's passion in a relationship, passion for a job, that comes in. So hang in there, Taurus. It's not all bad. I know it's been tough. I know it's been tough for you guys. All right, so let's have a look at what the oracle cards are saying. So the first two are going to be more kind of romance, love-based. I kind of did that with the reading anyway. But I have to go with how the messages take me. Unrequited love. And it says, there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Now, that's kind of what I was talking about, right? But I'm not getting that. Like, why would she show up? She's one of the lovers of the tarot. Her and the King of Cups. They represent love. They are the great lovers. That's what she's about. She's about romance. She's not going to show up if it's unrequited love. The Passion card is not going to show up if it's unrequited love. But I think someone's had the impression that it's unrequited love. Taurus, somebody might be waiting on you. Somebody might be waiting on you to accept something, but you've been busy with work. You know, you've been busy balancing those pentacles, taking care of things. No judgment there, but you know, what have you been missing? That's the thing with the two pentacles. What are you not seeing? Now, this could be someone else. It works both ways. I know I keep saying that, but it works both ways. Someone that you think that, you know, there's unrequited love there, that you have love for them, but they don't. I think they have feelings for you too. They have feelings for you. Hopefully that'll get sorted out by the end of the month. It'd be good to hear from you guys if you let me know if that happens. I mean, the energies play out differently. For some people, this is going to play out within a week or 2 weeks. By the end of October, this will all be done. Some of you may be coming into this period with these energies. For others of you, this is going to take a bit longer, especially this. But from the present, from the second half of October, things start to stabilize. There is this stable energy coming in. And I like this. I really like this for you guys. It's about time there was some excitement and energy in your lives. So, for some of you, you've had to accept that there is unrequited love. Like, either you don't have feelings for someone. Like I don't want to sugarcoat it. There is that option. And I think that's for some of you. We can ignore her. And we can ignore this if that's what you want. And we can look at this from the point of view that some of you, yeah, you got left out in the cold because it was unrequited love. Or you left someone out in the cold because you just didn't feel anything for them. That's why you've been throwing yourself into work. Like maybe there's been other things. In which case, there's new energy coming in. New energy. Maybe even a new person. So things do shift. You can see it. There's it's a tale of, what's that saying? A tale of two stories, I was going to say. But, you know, there's a clear kind of line in this. The top row is that balancing things, the lack, not being interested in anything, being stuck in a rut. Then in the present, working towards something, getting grounded, new passion, and this kind of loving energy that comes in. Okay, this says, love who you are. You are a divine and wonderful person, deserving all of the wonderful things that life has to offer. Very true. Very true. Maybe that's why she's here. And, you know, how can we express passion? How can we express our energy if we're not certain of who we are? It's always very confident energy for me, and it's also always very clear energy. Like, it's the energy for manifestation. And to manifest anything, you need to be very clear on knowing what you want, having that kind of clear idea of what is it that I want. And we need to know who we are before we can say, this is exactly what I want. Okay. We have chaos. But see, even with these two, chaos and conflict is the first one. Sorry. You can see the names there. So one of them is chaos and conflict. The other one is all that glitters. There's the images. So let's work with chaos and conflict first. This is when things might seem like, you know, there is chaos, there is conflict. There's a lot going on, and we can't understand, why is everything so messed up? Why is everything so difficult? This card says it's there to serve you. It's going to get you to where you need to be. There's a time for things being stable. And I know some of you are going to be like, I don't even remember what it feels like for things to be stable. It's been like this for ages. This is chaos and conflict. And I keep saying that, but it's about, yes, there's chaos and conflict right now, but that's to get you somewhere. I always say that about the fives, and you've got the Five of Pentacles, that, you know, the fives, I call them the agents of chaos. They feel so intense when they're happening, but that chaos comes in to get us to change, to get us to the next level. It shifts the energy, because when we're comfortable, when we're like, nothing's really challenging us, we're not going to want to change anything. We stay where we are. But with that card and with this card, it's saying that this too serves you. There's a reason for this, and you'll come out of it. But then we have this. So again, it's that, you know, double kind of energy that comes in. All that glitters. Now you see those masks on that pile of gold. I don't know if you can see this. Sorry, my lighting is awful. Like I said, I'm going back to the old way next time. So we have these masks here. Be careful of who's wearing a mask. Now this can be you. And I don't mean that in a bad way. We all do that. Like, I'm sitting in front of you today. I put makeup on, right? So I don't look totally haggard and washed out in front of you. We all try to put on a good impression when we first meet someone. We might smile a little bit more. We might laugh at someone's jokes a little bit more than, they're not really that funny, but we like them. So all that glitters, it's about the kind of mask that we put on when we first meet someone. Now, it's about removing your own mask, like being who you authentically are. Love who you are. You can be who you are. For some of you, I'm getting that, you might feel like you have to earn a certain amount of money before you can get involved with someone. Or, someone's not going to accept you for who you are. Maybe that's why you're doing that balancing act. And for others of you, I feel, because I got that from the reading as well, that, there's this sense of not seeing something clearly. Either there's an offer that's been made that someone's not noticed, or either you've made it or someone's made it to you. But that's what all that glitter says. All that glitters isn't gold. That's the saying, right? So be aware of who's wearing a mask and what mask they're wearing. But I don't think it's even someone's trying to impress you. I'm not getting that. I'm getting from this that, it's more somebody might be acting disinterested, but they're interested. Especially with that unrequited love card, because why would it shift from the Five of Pentacles to the Four of Cups? I'm sorry, from the Five of Pentacles and the Four of Cups to the Ace of Wands and the Queen of Cups. So this is about removing masks, and it's not easy to remove a mask. Why do we wear them? So we can hide our vulnerability, so we can be safe. It's to keep us safe. But at some point, it's enough to know that, we are safe. We can remove that mask and come out. Okay, so we have the fourth chakra, Archangel Raphael. This is to do with the heart chakra. All this green light, and let me see that. This is about opening your heart. Opening up your heart. I know it's not easy. I know it's not easy, especially if you've been hurt, if you think you've been rejected. Somebody may have rejected you in the past. But, if you can open up your heart and not even be vulnerable, like, I'm not asking you to be vulnerable. It's open up your heart to express your love. For some of you Taurus, someone's waiting for you to say you love them or that you have feelings for them. And for some of you Taurians, you're waiting for someone else to do that to you. But open your heart to receive it. That's what this card says. I love this card. Oh gosh. I wish you could see it better. There we go. Now, each of the energy oracle cards does have an affirmation. I'm going to end with the affirmation for this card. Thanks for bearing with me, guys. Let's have a look. So the affirmation for the fourth chakra, Archangel Raphael, is: my heart center, my fourth chakra, is open to its perfect, healthy, and joyful state. The energy of love flows through me now. I live in love.